Yeah, it's great. It was a great team performance. We hit a lot of great shots early. It was a great, entertaining game. I'm also really excited for our first broadcast across the whole state to have such a great game. I think hopefully the fans got a great show tonight.
Diana, 23 points, led the team in minutes, or second team in minutes, 10 assists. How do you keep doing this?
I mean, there's no special secret formula. You just got to show up every day and work, even the days that you don't want to show up. And, coach has seen me the last 2 days or last 2 years where, it's not always easy, but, you just stick with it, right? You keep coming back, and our whole focus this year is how do we make this team better? And after the first 2 losses, I feel like I wasn't making the team better in a lot of ways. So I just made a concerted effort tonight on making sure that, number one is we all have to be able to play, right? I think that's when basketball's at its core, the most fun, and when you can have the most success. So, it was nice, like Coach said, to get our first win.
Steve, just picking back off of Jesse's question, 10 free throw attempts. I know you talked very openly this past offseason about your physical well-being. Just how much of a role has getting back into what you would call good physical shape? Right. How is that? How's that been?
Yeah, it's huge. When you can get to the paint, I think it just makes the game a little bit easier for yourself and your team. I think those last 2 plays where, one was on a post up, one was on a drive, and we just got 2 shots. And, physically, this league's tough. You have some of the best athletes in the world, and you have to be mentally and physically prepared to do it every single night. And, I've dedicated myself every off season where I don't see my friends and family because I'm always in the gym. So it's nice when it pays off. And, it's a slow grind.
Coach, in the first couple of games, it was kind of 2 players scoring double figures. Tonight it's a real spread out effort. Was that something that you guys emphasized in practice, or is that kind of an idea coming into the game?
No, I think that's the goal of a team, right? Team basketball, we're balanced in scoring. It's about everybody contributing, having 5 players in double figures tonight, and just a lot of contributions from a lot of different people makes us much more difficult to guard. It's not just one player on a team, but we have a lot of great weapons. So when we play like this and we share the ball like this, we're a pretty tough team.
We have 11 they made some adjustments and they made it a little bit more difficult or covering 3-point line. But what does that do to just kind of open things up without sort of a barrage of 3-point?
Yeah, I thought the movement of our ball, the ball movement all across the court really got those open looks for us. And we pushed the ball in transition, got those open looks. It opened up driving lanes. It opened up space for BG, surrounding her with more shooters. We had 11 threes in the first half, but we could have had a lot more in the second there. That's the kind of space that we've been planning to create. And we hit those shots today, and that really helped.
Yeah, a little bit. I think everyone is really, I always say this, you have to play with a different cadence when you play with BG on a lot of things. She's just so unique physically that it's a different cadence, it's a different rhythm. And I think, the more we play on the court together, I think I kind of know her a little bit more. We've been playing together for 10 years. I think more for the new players, just getting used to like where she wants the ball, how she wants it. So, it's a work in progress. And I think today we took a step in the right direction where we're all feeling a little bit more comfortable with each other. And, like anything with new teams, you have to find your competitive spirit as a group. And it doesn't happen overnight. And sometimes it happens through losses, which suck. And, tonight it happened through a win, but we're finding our little competitive spirit as a group, and it felt good tonight.
Coach, you've been around the league, player and coach, and it's become a 3-point game. Would you say that is a part of fundamentals now, or would you just say that's kind of that extra layer of skill?
Yeah, you got to shoot now. If you can shoot, I tell my own kids, if you can shoot, the coach has to play you, right? Like they have to put you in the court, and 3 points is more than 2. So we want to amplify that space to court. Not only those, when you have shooters that space the court, it creates driving lanes and opportunities inside too, because They're people that can't be left open. So yeah, I think being a 3-point shooter is a foundational basketball skill now.
Coach, there was a lot of, from what I saw, almost like 3 yards look with D, Mo, and Shug all out on the floor at the same time. I mean, it was pretty successful from what I saw. Is that something we should get used to seeing?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all just basketball players. It's not like about a number or role of position. The best basketball players are going to be out there and making plays. And when they learn to play well together and are balanced, and, you know, people who've played a lot of point guard have a different feel for the game that can really be instrumental in spacing and sharing the ball. So yeah, I mean, we like to try different things.
You banged your knee there towards the end.
Yeah.
What's that?
Terrible. I'll probably be out for a couple weeks. No, I'm fine.
Was it a foul? Was it a
It's fine.
flagrant? I asked. They
No,
said
they-
no.
I have knee pads now. I'm good to go.
Diana, you say it's no secret what you're doing, but you hit your 1,300th career
Mm.
winner. You could, I don't want to say, but the oldest person in the league to have a 20-point game. We're in awe of it. Do you ever just step back and just soak it in, or is this just kind of in your DNA or norm?
I missed a free throw and 2 open looks. So I'm thinking about those tonight. I just love to play. I love to compete. I love doing it with other people. You know, it's just anytime I think about not playing, I get really sad. So I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to keep doing it the way I've been doing it. And that's putting the work in. You know, I talked to coach and I'm like, the day I don't have, you know, the energy to do the off season, then I'm definitely not going to do the real season, because that's where you win it.
Coach, are you ever surprised? Or that's what you expect?
No, I mean, I came to Phoenix to coach Diana Taurasi and to help her to have a great season and to keep pushing her and keep pushing our team. And she worked so hard in the off season. Why wouldn't she be ready?
Guys, how would you describe the identity of this team?
I think it's evolving.
Yeah.
It's evolving. I think every day we're getting a little bit more comfortable knowing what we're good at, knowing what we have to hide. And the only way to do it is to play games. You could rep it as much as you want in practice, but you know, the season is really where you learn what kind of team you have. And you know, after our first 2 tough losses, I think the way we bounced back tonight says a lot about our team and going forward, what kind of character it has.
Yeah, I did want to ask, what happened with the jersey at the beginning of the game?
It's the first time I've not had a jersey for a game, and it's funny because I have a good friend who usually leaves a jersey in the locker room, and today was me. I thought I had it on. I don't know, but thanks to Kira
Sprinted.
got on her horse and got it in time.
I think we're kind of meeting BG where she's at. And it's going to be, you know, she played 2 really physical games in that first 2 games, and just recovery from that and getting her back up to speed. Like, the expectation is whatever she can give us in those moments, and we're going to try to ride her, and we're going to try to get what we can out of her. But I don't think there's like benchmarks right now, because this is like a very unusual situation for somebody coming back.
One more.
Mhm.
So we got out there without any restriction. Late in the game, you got the ball in the basket, fired it out there, she was a 3 points. But what does she add? Just, you know,
Yeah.
right out there.
You know, every team has an X factor. WNBA, NBA, Premier. There's always that player that just changes the dynamic of your team. And
Yeah.
for her, for us, that's Sophie. One, the way she shoots the ball, the way she competes, her energy out there. You just feel like the game changes when she's in the game. So to have her back just changes everything. Another shooter, another playmaker, another fouler.
Yeah.
But she just changes everything for us. I mean, Sophie's really turned herself into a player that changes the way the game goes for us. And, you know, she's so valuable for us on the court.
Yes.
Well, we won finally, and I finally got to play. So yeah, I'm happy.
How's your health? Minute restriction last game.
Yeah. Good. This is the first time I actually was like able to play in a long time. They held me out of practice since I've been injured. And so I definitely need to get my legs underneath me. I'm annoyed because I should have made more threes and more shots. But I think our offense felt better in general. And so B's going to get hers. We need to get more people involved. And I think we did that tonight. So we're getting better. Thanks. No. I'm just kidding. Yeah, just not be dumb, I think once I can kind of get back in shape and get in my rhythm that I'll be smarter. I can't be fouling out, especially this year. And so they were calling everything tonight too. So I just got to be smarter. But yeah, I'm blonde, I'm dumb. So.
Seemed to be a lot of offensive versatility.
Mhm.
The first two games, it seemed to give BG the ball, let
Yep.
go of out. It was a lot of threes, 11 threes in the first half. How was the offense, in your opinion, was able to sort of spread the love?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it started on defense. I think in the first half, we got some solid stops. They only limited to one shot. They had no second shot opportunities. And we did that. We just went. We didn't get to the point guards. Whoever got the ball, we went. We got transition buckets, which we normally don't have. And so I think we got to do things differently. Of course, B's going to get hers. She's a double machine, and she has to get hers. But that's not going to win us the ball game. Everyone has to get involved, and I think we did that tonight. I think we missed a lot of open shots, which again, as a shooter, that's annoying because you are wide open. But I think for me, once I get my legs underneath me, it'll be good. And I know Dee's going to get hers and everyone else is going to sprinkle. And Shug looks awesome. I think she picks up the pace of the game so much for us. And so, our rhythm is coming together. Our chemistry is coming together. So. Good. I actually like it, but I love the 4, man. I mean, going against those post players who are a little slower, I think that's more my thing. But no, I think that I think we're going 4 out, only having one big, with BG in, so everything's pretty much interchangeable. But it's nice to kind of be back in the guard position, not getting beat up by all those post players. I just got nailed in the lip, so it's all good. Natural Botox, right?
Just the pressures that come along with having to take that big shot. Everyone's doing it for their night.
Mhm.
So going into a game, I just kind of take that pressure of knowing that you're expected to make it.
Yeah, I think it's just trusting in all the work that I did this off season that I do in practice. And then this is the big stage. This is when you get to have fun. This is when if you mess up, you don't have to run a suicide. And so I think for me, it's all about bringing the energy, making sure my teammates are good, always outworking my opponent. And if my focus is on those things, then the shots are naturally going to come. And so I try not to put pressure on myself, and I try to let the game come to me. But man, I think it's when you're in front of the X Factor and you're in front of this crowd, they make it pretty easy just to kind of go out there and have some fun. Really? Wow. Good, but blah, I should have made more tonight. I'm seriously so annoyed because you never get that left open. And for me, that's a fun little mark, but I'm not satisfied. I want to keep going higher and higher and just do whatever it takes for our team to win. Mm-hmm. Dude, she's a dinosaur. So of course she's going to be the oldest one to break all the records now. But no, it's Dee. She's a phenomenal player. The way she thinks is outstanding. She makes everyone else around her better. But for her to still playing at this level with how old she is just like literally insane. And she's still great. She's not getting a lot of the calls that other great goats, I would say, would get. And so for her to kind of push through that just shows the kind of player she is. Yeah.
But is that sustainable? Is that something that, with Brian there, or a number of shooters?
Mhm.
Is that something that there's on a regular basis?
Absolutely. And like I said, I'm thankful that we won the game, but there were so many open shots that we just missed, that I missed. And that's annoying. Like we should have beat them by 30, to be honest. And so for us, for everyone to be able to shoot the ball, for B to be drawing so much attention inside, yeah, that should be our standard moving forward. And I think that it will be. Our offense was a lot better, wasn't as stagnant. We still got to make sure that BG gets the ball in her position and make sure she gets hers, and she did in the second half. But again, like I said, it was started on defense, and then when you're pushing in transition, I mean, when you have shooters everywhere, that's just hard for anyone to guard, and so it has to be our standard moving forward. Yeah, thank you guys. Be safe tonight.